For years, NESN has had an employee resource group called WON, W-O-N, and that stands for Women of NESN. It was originally set up to help women working in sports become allies, collaborate together, network, and support each other in a traditionally male-dominated industry. But things are changing on the sports scene, and so is NESN. As the industry leaders in championing for women's stories and sports, NESN came together to create a new brand, one that shows promise to its commitment to all women who work, play, and love sports.
It's crazy to think that now I'm in a position to be a role model for others.
When we were little, we knew what we wanted.
I was just determined to be a hockey player.
I've wanted to be an Olympian since I was 8.
I had a vision of what I wanted. Let me play my game.
We were inspired then, and now we're the inspiration.
We get a lot of young girls in the stands and can inspire this next generation.
I definitely feel a huge responsibility.
It's truly surreal. That comes with a lot of responsibility, but I think we're ready for it.
We are ready.
This moment in time is
Revolutionary,
Pivotal.
powerful.
We are here.
This moment in time is historical.
This moment in time is ours.
We are Women of NESN.
we are Women of NESN.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
Oh my gosh, I get goosebumps every time I see that. Well, you got to see it in office. By the way, welcoming Cosmina Schulman, the Vice President of Partnerships at NESN and Executive Chair of WON. Cos, tell me why NESN decided to do this and how this all came to be and why now?
Sure, of course. So WON, as you mentioned, Women of NESN, it actually originated about 7 years ago. We created it as an internal group for the Women of NESN, and it's really turned out to be such a great support group for women who are trying to build a career in sports. Earlier this year, we asked the Women of NESN, how would you like to see this brand evolve? And they said, we want to take this great community that we've built internally and we want to turn it external, right? We want to have this external brand. So we came up with this Women of NESN external facing brand. I think what's so great about this brand is everything from the logo to the video you just saw,
yes,
to the concept itself, was created by the Women of NESN. And that's truly what makes it so unique. You know, the Women of NESN, they dreamt it, they brought it, and they became it.
Yes, and it's here now.
Yes.
And it's here now, and you're here representing a lot of women who have been behind the work of this. But tell us why you think it's important for NESN and, you know, WON to come together and the evolution of this platform over the next few years.
Absolutely. So we're doing this now because women's sports is growing,
yes,
right? And as it grows and as it evolves, the NESN content needs to grow and evolve with it. We need to reach new audiences, and this is a great way to encompass all of that. In addition to that, I think it really reinforces the value of all inclusivity and diversity that NESN has as part of a cornerstone of its value proposition. So I think it's a great time to just show the inclusivity that we have within NESN.
You know, there are so many female fans, Bruins fans, that come up to me and say, I love that you're a woman on the desk, but there are so many behind the scenes in our offices as well, and we just keep growing in that department. And speaking of growth, what is next for the WON brand then? We saw that video, but what's coming up for the WON brand?
Yeah, you know, I think that fans can continue to rely on us for the great storytelling that we've always had, but now we have this connective tissue that we can really kind of loop together all of these female stories together. And, you know, I really want to point out, this is a movement,
yes,
not a moment,
yes,
you know? So I think by championing female athletes and their stories, it really allows us to open up to more collaboration and partnership. And this isn't about just females watching female sports or, you know, girls having a pathway. It's also about the men and the allyship. And I think that this is a great teaching moment for young boys, you know, as the mother of 3, 2 boys and a girl. I am so excited for tomorrow, for the first time ever, to be right here in TD Garden. Yeah, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, you know, that tomorrow the NESN broadcast is going to be a full female-led broadcast with full female broadcasters. So, you know, I think tomorrow people should tune in Coverage starts on NESN
Yes.
at 5 p.m. And you'll be able to see the one brand.
That's when it's going to be revealed.
That's
the one
gonna be,
brand
yeah.
is officially going to be revealed. Yeah, so just to echo with what you're saying, not only all-female broadcast team, but people working behind the scenes too. And I love that because we talked about, you know, women traditionally just being front-facing, but there's so many hands in the sports industry. You being a big one in them. Casey Blossom, Amy Johnson, Justine Porvalis as well, and so many others. We can't name them all, but special shout out to them helping you launch this brand. Cos, thanks so much. Thanks so much for leading the charge and representing so many women that are eager to get into the sports industry. So we really appreciate you being here.